This is the plaintiff, Patrick. He says he was parking his car, and that careless defendant came along without looking and completely sideswiped him from front to back. The louse then tried to flee the scene, was caught by the cops, and found to be at fault. It took 2 months for the defendant's two-bit insurance company's adjuster to come look at his car, which was deemed to be totaled, but still they never paid him a dime. He's suing for his car damages, storage fees, and a rental car, which comes to $5,000, the amount the defendant owes. This is the defendant, Dennis Eisler. He says the plaintiff was backing out of a parking spot and the careless guy backed into his car. He has no insurance, no registration, no license, and the guy has the unmitigated gall to sue him today? Please. He's accused of sideswiping himself into a lawsuit.
All parties, please raise your right hand. Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn in.
Okay, Patrick, you are suing Dennis Eisler for $5,000 that you say you are out as a result of a car accident that you say is his fault, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And according to you, you say the accident was his fault and not yours. Come on out here and take two cars. Walk over there, please, and show me how did this happen. You can pick any car to be you and any car to be him.
Well, Your Honor, I was coming to pick up a friend at 1:45, and at the time I was pulled over right here, and there was an officer right here, and I was.
Well, that's not pulled over. That's in the middle of the street.
No, I don't. When I mean pulled over, I mean like I was parked right here.
Which one's you? Which one's a police car? Which one's you? Which one's a police car?
This one's me.
Okay.
This is the police car.
Okay.
Now there was.
Oh, we actually have a police car. I love us. Okay. I love us. Go.
Thank you.
Okay.
And there was a car parked here, and there was a car parked here.
Okay.
So I stepped out the vehicle right here. The door doesn't open.
This is before the accident.
This is before the accident.
Okay. So why is there all this space here?
Well, those are parked cars that are there.
Oh, okay.
And there's enough space.
So what are you doing? You're stopping in front of the cop to wait for the guy on 145?
To wait for the guy.
And then what happens? Now, I'm going to pretend there's parked cars here. This is going to be the defendant's car. What happens? Tell me what happens.
Okay, so what happened is that I step out the vehicle, the door doesn't open again. So I step out, and I ask the officer, is it possible I could take the parking spot right here?
Okay.
So the officer goes around me, he goes around me.
Okay.
Comes here, and what I do, I start backing into the parking spot as he's leaving.
Okay.
So as I get into the parking spot right there, here comes Mr. Eisler, drive,
Is he making that noise? Okay.
Well, no, I gave him
like the Wicked Witch of the West? Okay.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
So he ends up hitting you.
He hits me.
Okay.
And then from there, he continues to drive. Well, now, mind you, the officer's double parked again further down on the block. He continues to drive off after hitting me. And then he stops behind the officer's car. And then when the officer approaches him, he says, "Oh, I didn't know. I thought I hit the officer's car."
Well, that would be worse. All right. I mean, no, well, not to you, but okay.
Thank you.
All right. Mr. Eisler.
Yes, ma'am.
How about you come over here and show me how you say it happened? So
Here's your park card.
this is going to be you. You're way back here. And by the time you come, the cop car's in front of him, right?
Mm-hmm. These are the parked cars.
These are the parked cars, except for there's a space there. So
no space. There's a police officer here.
okay, there's a
He's
police
behind the
officer.
police officer.
That's the plaintiff.
Yeah, he's behind the police officer.
Right.
Like that.
Okay.
Here I come. I stopped.
We had an accident already.
We had an accident already. You just moved. We had a tire fall out.
Hey.
All hell's gonna break loose now. Go ahead. Don't worry about it. All right.
All right. I stopped, hit brake. The defendant was continually backing up. He
Well,
didn't
why?
stop.
But he wouldn't back into you. He's backing there because he's backing into the parking space.
No, he's not backing to a parking space. He was out in the middle of the street. He was backing up north, coming
Right.
back north.
Okay.
I hit brake. He didn't hit brake in time enough and hit bumper to bumper.
So
just
according
like
to
that.
you, the damage is exactly here and exactly here on both of the
There
cars.
was no damage. It's just a little scratch, maybe. No damage to the bumper at all.
Let me see the pictures because that's that. Can you go back?
Like this.
Hold on. Step back there.
Yes.
Go ahead. Will you step back there? Sorry.
It
I'm
was
sorry.
never like that.
I got you. Hold on.
follow that
Show me the pictures first.
Of the car or the police report?
Pictures of the police report. I want pictures of the car.
My bad. My apologies. My bad. Here you go, sir.
Yep.
Oh, lordy, lordy. You tell me how this accident happened the way you said when the entire side of his car is crashed.
Yeah.
It's all the side of the car. How can it possibly have happened your way? Completely the side of the car.
Yes.
Yeah. So if he's backing up to get around the cops and go, it wouldn't be the side of his car. It would be the front of his car, right? I mean, the back of his car.
Back of his car, Your Honor.
Right, but it's all the side of his car.
No, Your Honor.
Well, no. Go look. Wait, I'm not gonna believe you with my lying eyes. Look at the pictures.
Yeah, I've seen the damage a few times, and the evidence don't match up. My bumper don't match up to this. When I seen him on just before I went south, he approached me at AutoZone in the parking lot and asked me why haven't I been calling his phone. I said,
You mean after the accident?
Yes.
Okay.
And I said, call your phone for what? He said, you know, to try to alleviate this problem. I said, look at my bumper and look at your car, look at the damages. I said, my bumper don't match up to your damages.
Right, but the damages aren't on the back of the car. The damages are on the side.
I said, my bumper don't even match up.
But then that shows me that the accident couldn't have happened the way you're saying because the damage would be on the back. What is it you're saying? You didn't hit him?
I'm trying to tell him.
Right, but where are the damages to the back of his car then?
There's no damages. It was no damages. I stopped. He backed up to my car, barely hitting my bumper. He barely hit my bumper.
No, the cops were right there.
Yes.
Show me the police report.
Your Honor, I guess in Mr. Isler's drug-induced state, it was, you know, I mean, because at the time when he hit me, he was.
So I'm sure that he got arrested for DUI, right?
The officer wanted to be lenient on him. I'm be honest with you. The officer told me, you know what I mean, I'm not going to do that right now.
Give me the police report and stop talking.
Got you, Your Honor.
Please.
Whew. Here you go, Your Honor.
Now, according to you, you've
Yes, ma'am.
seen the plaintiff around.
Yes, ma'am.
And what
I was
happened?
in the store buying cigarettes. I didn't think nothing of it. He walked in the store. I didn't think nothing of it because I had already received the letter in the mail that he was taking me to court. So I didn't think nothing of it. And he came in the store, and then he came around somebody, and he stole on me, sucker punched me
Where did he hit you?
in the face.
And what happened?
And the store people and the store clerks was like, "Oh, not in the store, not in the store." Tried to alleviate
Oh,
the
that's
situation. Tried to alleviate the situation. Escorted him out. Then I got my change. Once I got my $18 from the store clerk,
change.
I went to go outside. And when I went to go outside, me and him had a few words and stuff like that. And you know, and we
Did
was
you call
like,
the police?
Yes, the police ended up responding
get
to
arrested?
the police ended up responding to the call from the ambulance because they was like, you got to go to the hospital. I was like, no, I'm not going to the
You got
hospital.
stitches.
Yeah, and they was like, you have to go to the hospital. He opens you up.
So you
He
ended
snuck
up with
behind me.
stitches.
Right,
Do you
he
have
snuck
the
behind me.
hospital? Do you have the hospital
Yes,
records?
he snuck behind me and hit me with a wooden.
Did you
oar.
file a complaint though?
Yes, I filed a complaint at that
Is
time.
there a warrant out for him?
I don't know if there's a warrant
You
out for him.
haven't heard if he's been arrested on it.
Yes, he's been arrested on the case.
Why are you
I have
saying you
order
haven't been
protection.
arrested?
I have an order
Your Honor,
protection.
I
He was arrested that night.
Three or 7 days later on that charge. He didn't know.
I just asked you if you got arrested for this, and you said
you
no.
know, I didn't thought you meant that day. I didn't get arrested that day.
I don't care about
7
that
days
day.
later.
I care about whether you got arrested for this charge. A guy says you split his head open.
I don't know what he's talking about, Your Honor. Me and him never had a confrontation.
He says you walked right up to him, sucker punched him, and he needed stitches. And he has medical records about having gone to the hospital over the stitches.
Now, when they arrested me, the officers sat here and told me he never said you did anything to him the day that happened. It's just that the day, 3 days.
Then why are they arresting you?
7 days later, I'm on the same block, and then I just get, hello, is this your car? I walk up to the car, I'm like, yeah, put your hands behind your back. So as I'm going into the car,
what's going on with
they
that
call
case?
him-
Has that case been
It's
heard?
It's still going on.
It's pending.
They
Do you
call
have
him-
an attorney on that case?
I have an attorney on that case, Your Honor.
Okay. Wow.
I just got arrested and I don't even know why. I just got pointed out, and that was it.
Have you been arrested for anything else where he is the complainant?
No, me and him never had a problem.
According to you, can I just ask you, according to you, somebody put sugar in your gas tank, and you think it was him as well. Do you have any evidence that it's him?
No evidence, no, ma'am.
Okay, did you bring that to the police?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Wow. Show me the repair estimate for the car. Did you have the car repaired?
What had
Twice,
happened,
yes.
Your Honor, the car was in storage for about 20 days. They sent the adjuster.
And the adjuster said it's $2,500 is the value of your car.
The justice said the car should be totaled.
Totaled at $2,500.
No, they just said whatever the Kelly Blue Book Blue Book value of the car, that's what they would give me.
Which you say is $2,500 because it's in your complaint.
I didn't put that figure down. I just put between 4,000. That's what the Kelly Blue Book is. Between 2,500 and 4,000 for that vehicle.
Okay, 4,000 is
It's right here.
Dealer. Okay, now, did you total the car? Or are you still driving the car?
The car sat in storage. I couldn't continue to pay the car. I didn't have no means of transportation.
Where's the car?
The car wound up getting scrapped. He called the insurance company and told the insurance company it's a scam. Don't pay him because he hit me.
So they didn't?
I fought them for months. I have all the documentation of me fighting.
So they ended up denying it?
Denied everything.
And what was the reason they ended up denying it?
They just said
it's your word against his?
They said he said that I hit him. He called them and told them not to pay me. What
is the 20 days of car rental and 20 days of storage fees come from?
This is a receipt from the storage facility. It was 2 receipts.
Where you had the car?
Yeah, where it was parked at.
Okay, why isn't that like legitimately, this is on a receipt that could come from any five and dime. This isn't like, on their letterhead with and it's for $1,500. I mean, you don't think I'm gonna have a problem with this?
Your Honor, I'm from Mount Vernon, you know what I mean? I can't speak on behalf of what, how people write things that, that's what he gave to me. He told me that it was valid. I get rent receipts with those also, so.
Right, because people get rent receipts with this because people can go and buy at Home Depot these kind of receipts. If this is a storage facility charging you $1,500, I'd expect to see something a little bit more substantial.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So, somebody is in an accident and they flee the scene. Is that proof of guilt?
Definitely.
Because?
He left the scene.
Well, except, isn't it possible somebody just panics and leaves?
No, they know they're guilty.
Well, do they? I mean, haven't you ever heard of somebody just like freaking out and, is it proof of guilt? Is it absolute guilt? What is it?
I think it depends on the case, mostly. Depends on if it's a murder scene and he escaped, that's different. But
Can I tell you the one thing that I really don't like down here?
What?
When they say it depends on the case. Yes or no? Proof of guilt?
No.
Okay, I got an answer. Going inside the courtroom.
Patrick, you see these eyes? They've been around the block a lot.
It really stated that the adjuster came to see the car in the lot.
What would car rental be for?
Well, they're supposed to give you car rental when you get in a car accident. It's on the paperwork. They say.
So do you understand what the word total means, though? Total means it's the value of the car.
The value of the car. But they're supposed to give you compensation or some means of transportation while the car is being either repaired or in storage. I asked him for that, and he just flat out denied me. So I'm seeking that also.
Okay.
And here's the other paperwork from the...
Mr. Eisler, do you have, you have not filed a counterclaim in this case, and you're free to file a claim on your own for the stitches.
I filed a counterclaim for false slander and false reporting an incident and all that type of stuff, false claim, fraud.
Okay, but not for the injury.
Not as yet. I haven't went to court for the injury. No, ma'am, no.
Okay.
Not as yet. I didn't know I had to.
No, you don't have to.
I mean, I didn't know I thought it would all
Yeah, of course. If somebody
go into...
beats you, you can sue them. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, he hit me in the head with this.
I have a witness here also, Your Honor, who saw the incident firsthand.
Which incident? The
actual
sucker punch or the...
The actual accident.
Because I believe the sucker punch, I gotta tell you. I believe the sucker punch. I can tell from the flavor of your complaint. I see him around town everywhere, and he doesn't even offer me any money, and you're angry, and I believe the sucker punch. I don't need any more testimony. I do not need any more testimony on whose fault the accident is.
Okay.
I do think it's his fault.
I appreciate it.
I believe you on the accident. I just think that you have made your life more difficult by not being able to control yourself. You see? Who's that gentleman there?
This right here is my friend Phil. You know what I mean?
Hi, Phil. I don't need Phil.
Oh.
But Phil's nodding while I'm talking, because Phil knows you. Phil's known you for a while. Phil's trying not to nod now. Phil's got his head super...
Phil knows I would not strike this man. He is too small for me
let's
anyway.
Stop playing Canis Mas Macho. As for the damage to the car, I am finding in your favor
Thank you, Your Honor.
in the amount of $2,900 from the Blue Book value.
Thank you.
I am not finding in your favor on car rental or storage fees because I'm finding the proof a little weak on that. There is no counterclaim. That's all I have to decide here today. But good luck with your criminal case.
Thank you, Your Honor. double winner.
So the plaintiff prevails. He gets money to repair his car. Mr. Eisler, unfortunately, the judge found against you. Thinks the accident was your fault, the way he described it. What do you think?
Well, you win some, you lose some.
Well, he doesn't seem too upset, interestingly. Patrick?
Yes. Shout out to them.
Interestingly, the judge believed it was his fault, so you get money for it. But she also believed you sucker punched him.
That guy is small, and besides, half the time he's on drugs anyway. Sleeps on the block. Drugs do that to you after a while. You know what I mean? Make you believe things that ain't even real.
Well, he was hurt anyway. All right. So now you can get another car.
I
Okay.
appreciate
Good luck.
It. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Shout
okay.
out.
Thank you.
She didn't need you. Harvey?
Okay, Doug, so here's the thing. It is some proof of guilt if somebody flees, but more important, fleeing is actually a separate crime when you get in an accident, and it could be a felony. So you should think about that.